have some tea that I'm going to pour, so we are going to hop right into it. Yes, this is convenience store tea, and I drink it every single day. I don't care how cheap it is. I'm developing my palate for green tea. So as the title of this video suggests, this is not high school. I'm not in high school anymore. And I sort of just came to the conclusion recently that that's how I've been treating my social interactions. With gay people, like I've talked about in my Being Gay in Tokyo video, and just with people in general. So everything was sort of highlighted when I met Maya, who's really popular on the Jet Tumblr tag. She's really cool. She's also from the US, and she has a really great blog that kind of helped me out through the whole Jet application process. So basically, I constantly have like a lot of unanswered texts and unanswered messages, and I'm sort of nervous about this person seeing this video, but if they do, then they do. I just don't want to get into the habit of making fake-ass YouTube videos about how great Japan is for all of you, because, well, one, it is great, but two, I am struggling with some things, and I'm mulling some things over, and it really helps to just kind of get it out there, you know? And I think by making this video, I'm going to hold myself accountable to a few things. But basically, upon coming to Japan, I was back in a high school mindset, and by that I mean, back in high school, and it's not the same for everyone, but for a lot of us, for me, even though I went to 3 different high schools, you go there, you go to school every day, you have the same classes every day, every other day, and your high school friends seem really tight. You all seem really close because you've gone through a lot, and you're all in that whole clusterfuck together. But once you finish high school and everyone kind of goes their separate ways, even if you live in the same city, you sort of realize that you were only friends with a lot of those people because you went to high school together, because you had classes every day. You really didn't have too much of a connection deeper. Maybe you had the same interests, but not emotionally. You weren't on the same wavelength, you know? And I know, at least for me, afterwards, I was fortunate enough to go to university, a really huge one, where the pool was so big, though not too big, like a whole city, but it was a college town. And the people that I made friends with there were ones that I chose, and ones that chose me. And so those connections ended up being much more rewarding and much deeper. And so I figured that moving to a big-ass city like Tokyo after that was going to be similar, in that there's just so many people here. You're a real adult now, you're doing your own thing, so the friends that you make in this setting will really be people that are like on the same wavelength as you, and I'm finding that to be untrue. And it's sort of untrue because there's a like a jet bubble, there's a foreigner bubble that forms, and I've been finding that a lot of people that I've been spending a lot of time with, I really only do because we speak the same language. Literally, we speak English, and it's easy to communicate with each other, and it was already easy to make friends with them because we were all in the same program. And that might seem really obvious, but I just need to say it to myself, I guess, and I need to fully realize it, because I have been really friendly with a lot of Japanese people in Japanese, but when I think of people who I want to call and go to dinner with, they're all other Jet people, they're all other English speakers here in the city. Not that that's a bad thing, because there's some really cool ones out there, but to make it even smaller of a group that I'm interacting with, us gay Jets are all friends with each other, we all like know each other, and I'm sort of understanding now the difference between I'm really friendly with this person and this person is my friend. And I'm really trying not to be a cunt, and I have a feeling this person will see this video, but I guess I'm used to being spoken to a certain way, and I'm used to communicating my ideas to people in certain ways and not feeling awkward or feeling uncomfortable or feeling like shit about it. And right now, I guess I'm just not very satisfied with a lot of my social interactions with other English speakers, which is fine. There are some that are really, really great. There are some people who I've met in Japan who are on the same wavelength as I. Most of them are not in Tokyo. And so as of late, I found myself in a couple social situations where I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm better than this, or I would never allow someone to speak to me this way, or I would never allow someone to make me feel this way. And so when these thoughts kind of repeat themselves around the same people, um, at least for me, that's kind of indication that something should change. So I have been spending a lot of time alone. Well, not really. Like I said, I hung out with Maya from Tumblr. I was hosting a guest from another part of Japan before that and during that, and then a few days before that, there's another a friend from California who's also a jet. Was staying here with me as well. So I actually have been spending a lot of time with people, but with regard to the Tokyo Jets, the other Tokyo Jets here, um, I haven't really seen most of them, and they're really nice. They are really, really nice, but I just feel like I'm forcing friendships, and the more I force it, the more tension I feel internally, and it's just not going to be good. So, right now, I just need to learn to be by myself, and I'm not sure if I should be communicating this with people, because people have been messaging me, people have been calling me to hang out, they've been asking me why I'm so difficult to get in touch with. And at first I thought, oh, I'm just kind of bad with answering my phone. And then I realized when the people who I really vibe with message me or ask me to hang out, I'm very quick. On the last Teas and Kikis episode, Chloe sort of brought this up, where you are in a new environment and like you're both women and immediately like you have to stick together because it might be a male or not a male but like a man dominated environment, and you realize that you're not really friends, you're not really that close to this person, so you want to back away from them and you don't know how. And I'm in that situation right now where there's some other gays specifically that I sort of want to back away from and I don't know how. And I'm also afraid that when I do back away from them, I will feel really, really alone. So we'll see what happens with that. I also have a feeling that if they see this video, then the backing away will be done for me. Um, but I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. So that's about it, really. To answer some random questions that I was getting, some people were complimenting me on my skin, which is wonderful because, oh my god, I never thought I'd be the person to get compliments on my skin. I did have a breakout recently, but I have switched over to like some tea tree products from the Body Shop because I was very much afraid of going to local Japanese stores and getting like face washes that have like bleaching agents in them. And some people told me they don't have any at all, and some people told me they really do. So I just didn't want to fuck with it, and I just went with the Body Shop because I know they don't mess with that. Also, I think the biggest thing for my skin right now has just been drinking water and not being back in the US stressed about being an alternate for Jet, what I'm doing with my life, leaving a culture that I've grown up with and like living somewhere else, dealing with a breakup that hasn't happened yet, but we both know it's coming up. Like, that's a lot of stress. And so now that that's behind me and I'm in a cute apartment, I can pay all my bills, my job is fine, the stress levels are down. So I'm good. My skin has been treating me well, and I've been trying to treat it pretty well. Okay, so that's it. I've rambled on for too long. I think this video is more for myself, so I can watch later when I do feel lonely. If I bail out on plans with someone who I don't exactly vibe with, I guess. But yeah.